Hi everyone, I'm Tony Jackson. Here is your weekly reading for the week of 12th to the 18th of March 2018, whizzing through the year. This week I'm actually going to choose a card from the Indigo Angel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Charles Virtue. Lovely card deck. Might read a little bit about what Indigo children are from the guidebook. And also I'm going to talk about the inner child. Now, the inner child is actually yourself as a child, and you have, in a lot of circumstances, the way you react to something and the way your inner child reacts. Sometimes your reaction can be quite different from your inner child reaction, and by healing and working with the inner child, you can actually overcome a lot of obstacles in your life, because it's often that the inner child is reacting in opposition to what you want. So the way we actually tune in and work with our inner child is simply just close your eyes and imagine yourself as a child and see what reaction your inner child is having to certain situations. So you'll know just by your own intuitive awareness. You mightn't even need to close your eyes. You can just use your own intuition and sense yourself as a child, but now going along with you every day and reacting to certain situations as a child. For instance, if you're in a relationship and you might find that the inner child might not be happy, and you have to work out a way to make your inner child happy just through your own sort of ideas and your visualizations of what you're seeing that your inner child's actually doing. Sometimes the inner child could be grumpy, sometimes they could be angry, throwing a tantrum, unhappy, sad, scared, and you have to ask the inner child, why are you scared? Why are you unhappy? What's going on for you? And often you just have to talk to them and give them an understanding from a child's perspective on what's going on, and help them and calm them down and reassure them. Sometimes you can visualize giving them an ice cream or a lolly, or tell them to go and watch TV or play a game or something like that, and they often change their reaction to what's actually happening for you. So it's very interesting, and often if you're having problems in some area of your life, you may find that the inner child is actually unhappy in that situation, and it's just a matter of healing your own inner child. So but what we're actually going to do today is, which is something quite interesting and I haven't actually heard of, is, and if you haven't watched my videos before, then welcome to my YouTube channel. What I do is just get a little bit of an idea from my guides through visual, through a knowingness, through guidance, through some ideas about what this week's video and each week's going to be about, and then I put it together as I'm filming, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. I got guided to the Indigo Angel cards, and what the guidance actually was for the healing part of the video was that the inner child actually can carry karma. Now I thought about it and I thought, well, how is that possible? And they said just use it as a generalization, and then the healing will happen for you. So we need this week to ask, and it's quite a powerful process. When I actually felt it, I felt a little bit sad, and I actually felt a release as well. We actually ask for the inner child, or for healing for the inner child that's carrying any karma. See, I guess when you come into each lifetime, there's a certain amount of soul lessons or karma that you carry that you have to work through, and then once you've worked through it, your karma in that area is over. I feel soul lessons is probably a better term than karma, but my guides are still referring to karma, because it's just a matter of a way of getting the healing through for us. So I know some spiritual teachers are saying there is no karma, and I do agree with that on one level, but for the purpose of healing and the way I get my guidance, we're still working with the concept of karma. So this week's healing is actually just simply asking for any karma that the inner child's holding on to be then released. Did I finish what I was saying before? I felt a little bit sad and emotional, feeling that the inner child might have karma. We come into the we come into the, I did say that, we come into this life with a certain amount of karma and soul lessons, and then we cleared it, but I'm feeling there's still a residual left over from whatever soul lessons or karma that we've actually completed, or we actually haven't completed it and the inner child is still holding some. It's like we need to ask the inner child. See, if we've had life lessons and karma that we've worked through, the inner child may be still working through that or hasn't fully agreed to let go of their part of it, which is quite interesting. So I'll take you through the healing process of it, and we'll just leave it out to our guides to help us to release it. So again, the guidance that I was given is to ask to release karma from the inner child. So the way I'm going to do that is bring in the higher self and the Lady Portia, who is the head of the karmic board. I often sometimes call in karmic angels. You can add them in, and the Archangel Michael, but the main ones for this is the higher self and Lady Portia, who is the head of the karmic board. So let's do that now. Let's ask for any karma that the inner child's holding to be released. I now invoke our higher selves, bring in the higher selves, and bring in Lady Portia. It's our free will and choice for our higher selves to connect with the inner child, to begin to release the karma, or to identify the karma that needs to be released. It might not all go in one go. We might have to do it a couple of times. So that's why I get the higher self to come in. And sometimes when energy's here, I twirl my hand a little bit when the energy's getting a bit higher. So the higher self's going to come in and choose the karma for you. Align with your own personal higher self. The higher part of you is going to align with your inner child. Work out what karma, if any, you may not have any, but it's still a good process just to check. Higher self aligning with your inner child and begin to release the karma, or choose the karma that needs to be released. All of it, if possible, all of it impossible, but I do find it's good to work in sections. But your higher self will work out, if any or all, that needs to be released. Higher self align with the inner child and choose the karma that needs to be released. And take a deep breath. And we can say it's our free will and choice. Free will and choice, I feel, really helps all healing processes. Free will and choice to allow the higher self to choose the karma of the inner child. And now call in the Lady Portia to release all karma from the inner child, any and all karma or a part of the karma from the inner child. It's our free will and choice to allow the Lady Portia, it's a free will and choice to allow the Lady Portia to clear all karma from the inner child. I'm feeling quite a shift with this one. It's very interesting. It's like my inner child was pulling back, but it's kind of aligning now. There may be a little bit of fear in understanding or resistance to this. Maybe the inner child was in fear and just doesn't want to go there, doesn't want healing, doesn't want help because it's been quite scared or unhappy or whatever. In that case, the inner child wouldn't even accept any healing, and that becomes quite interesting. There may be an aspect of fear with this. Then I would ask that the Archangel Raphael heal any fear or resistance to even starting this process. I now ask the Archangel Raphael heal any fear with actually starting this process. Then the higher self comes in and aligns with the inner child, working out what, if any, or all karma that needs to be released. And when the higher self, and we give permission for the higher self to do that. And then, once again, I ask Lady Portia to release all karma, all residual energy held by the inner child. And we release that fully now to the light. We got there in the end. A little bit, it's not so much complicated, but just getting the wording right, I feel, will help you align with that. So just take yourself through that process. Usually as you listen to me and agree, it will be done for you, as long as you feel comfortable in allowing that. Sometimes it takes a couple of listens before it clicks into your head and you work out what actually needs to be done for yourself. But if you follow what I said, it will be done for you. And just giving permission and saying free will and choice to agree that that happened for you will be done for you as you listen. Now, that's a big step. I feel that's quite a big one. When they first told me, I thought it sounded quite simple, but it's actually quite a deep healing there. So I hope that really benefits you, that releasing karma from the inner child. Indigo Child, this is the guidebook. I just want to read a little bit about it. There's a lot written about indigo children, and I just want to give you a little bit of information. The term indigo refers to strong will. This is different from the inner child. Indigo children are, I'll read it and you'll know, but it's different from the inner child. The term indigo refers to strong-willed, intuitive leaders of all ages. Indigos have an inborn ability to sense whether someone is telling the truth or not, and they only respect people who are honourable regardless of their age, title or rank. Because of their non-conformity, indigos often buck the system, which is part of their global mission to bring truth and integrity to this world. Whether you're an indigo or someone who loves or cares for one, the angels give extra guidance to support the important work of indigos. The angels' message helps such individuals with every aspect of their personal and professional lives. So the indigos are a wave of children, well, they're grown up to adults now, that are here with a special mission, really to stir things up a little bit. But as that said, I am going to choose a card just to support the reading and the healing today. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an idea about what indigos are. And when I choose a card, if you've been watching my channel, I do bring down a light. This is for my card readings. I seem to separate my readings into two sections. And one is the first part where we do a bit of healing, which today was releasing karma from the inner child. And the second section, or the other sections, usually I choose a card. Now, when I choose a card, I visualize a white light coming down through the top chakras, out through the heart chakra and around the cards. Helps you to vibrationally connect to cards and use them as vibrational tools rather than physical cards, where you begin to get messages that are beyond the cards, using all your hearing, seeing, feeling, all your senses to pick up on the message. So then I usually just give them a little bit of a shuffle. I have got a workshop coming up in Wagga Wagga this weekend. I'll put the link down if you're in the Wagga Wagga, New South Wales area. Funny name for a town, but it's in New South Wales, Australia. I'll put the link to that events page on Facebook if you're at all interested in attending that. Last week we had a good reading from past lives, but this is something separate. It's a workshop that I'll be running on this weekend. So I'll give them a little bit of a shuffle. Then I ask for the highest and best guidance to come through for you that are watching. So this card can be particularly for you and what you need to hear. Ask that the highest and best guidance of this card is to help and assist anybody that's watching. And sometimes I pick them from the top, but I'm feeling I pick them from the middle today and see what it is. Physical outlet, isn't that interesting? Oh, look, 2 are stuck together. Isn't that interesting? Is it 3 stuck together? See, I haven't used... Ah, look at that! That was funny, isn't it? I haven't used these cards much, and 3 of them were stuck together. Isn't that amazing? So I guess we've got 3 cards this week. Let's have a look at this. Physical outlet. I'm getting exercise. I have been getting that message for myself. Exercise and movement. Now, exercise kind of, you think, oh gosh, not too much. But even moving and swaying and slow dancing, body movement is a good way to stretching and breathing and body movement, walking, dancing. Doesn't have to be too strenuous if you're not into strenuous exercise, but do move your body more. Sometimes when you move your body even a small amount more walking, and you will can receive guidance when you actually focus on the physical body. When you're dancing and letting go of all the problems, you can actually receive guidance. So sometimes by focusing on the physical body and doing light exercise, you can actually receive guidance. Now, what have we got here? Release and relax. Now, let me just say, with that, I am actually getting some energies in the solar plexus that sometimes you might be feeling a little bit unstable with all the energy that's going on, or even the work that we've done earlier. I'm just going to channel a little bit of light into people's solar plexus just to support structure and stability in their lives. Sometimes with all the energies going on, we can feel a little bit out of balance. Now, when I channel energy, it will come basically through the video to you, and you will receive it. Just be open to receive it. It's a nice light energy coming in to your solar plexus just to help you with structure and stability in your life. And you can say, if you like, it's my free will and choice now to receive that energy that Tony's sending to help me with structure and stability. Energy can help you with anything, but I've been guided to send this particular energy to help you with structure and stability in your life. What have we got here? The next card is relax and release. Another way to receive guidance, they were saying use the physical body. So if you're going for a slow walk, while you're on that walk and you're not thinking about anything and you're letting go of your problems, they can actually pop some information into your head or guidance, or you might just feel like you come up with the answer to a question. And even if you just move around in your room slowly and not thinking about anything, physical movement can help you to receive guidance. And on the other hand, meditation, rest and relax can help you to receive guidance, because you're resting the body, clearing the mind, and allowing any guidance to come through, and breathing. And what have we got here? Pray. I feel like people need help with receiving guidance and praying for particular guidance. So if you've tried those other ways to receive guidance, just pray and be open for your prayers to be answered. It's interesting. I'm feeling like the guidance is trying to get through for people. The way from these cards, the way to receive the guidance for this week is just get your mind off it. Go for a walk, just relax and pray, and the guidance that you're asking will come to you. I'm feeling a little bit of a nervous energy too with people, so I sent some energy for structure and stability, and be open to receive whatever guidance, information, knowingness, intuitive hunches need to come for you for this week. And just ask that this energy calm everybody down as well. I'm feeling a bit of a kapump in the energy today. I'm wondering if there's something going to happen globally. Or it might be just a reaction from our inner child healing. I'm not quite sure. Just be open to receiving guidance. If you haven't received the guidance, pray, relax and rest and open your mind, or go for a walk or move your body. Put some music on and dance, move your body, and don't think about the guidance that you're going to receive. Just be dancing and focus on the body, if you know what I mean. I feel like that. I still feel like the guidance is not coming through though. Let me see what we need to do there. With all that, the extra bit of information I'm getting is it's our free will and choice to release any fear of receiving guidance. I ask my angels and guides to release any fear of receiving guidance that I need, or intuitive impulses that I need to hear or listen or feel or know. That was the extra bit that we needed to release fear. I just had a feeling from those cards that the guides wanted to come through with a message for you. They were giving us 3 ways to receive the messages for this week. There are many ways to receive the messages. That is just some suggestions. There was an additional little bit of fear blockage there that I asked to be removed for you. And then we're done for this week. What a lot of information we had come through. I do try to keep these relatively short, but they end up being a little bit longer than expected, but it's no problem. We got there in the end, and it will be a lovely healing for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's reading. I will leave the link to my events page for the past life healing, past life workshop for this week. I'll leave the also my email if you wanted to contact me for any reason. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. And if you'd like a private session, you can book that with me anywhere in the world. We can do it over Skype or FaceTime or something like that. And then you can book that through my webpage, and I'll leave the link to that. I still have my Valentine's Day video on Vimeo on demand. That's available for around, I think it's $12 Australian, about $9.50 US, something like that. I'm not quoting you the exact price, but it's something like that. It's available on Vimeo.com, Vimeo on demand. I'll put the link to that as well. It's a healing on relationships. I'm going to leave you here now. Lovely to spend this time with you. Hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll look forward to next week's reading. Okay, bye for now.